Oh my goodness, my loyal royal watchers! I need you to grab your cups of tea and settle in, because what we witnessed at Wimbledon yesterday was nothing short of magical. A moment that transcended tennis, transcended sport, and gave us all a glimpse of what true grace under pressure looks like. Our beloved Princess Catherine made her triumphant return to center court, accompanied by her darling daughter, Princess Charlotte, and I'm still emotional just thinking about it. Now, I know you guys are excited for more, but before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, come on guys, what are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP! So now, the atmosphere was absolutely electric as Catherine, dressed elegantly in that gorgeous soft purple Sophia dress, made her entrance onto the grounds. Did you see how the crowds gathered by the hundreds just to catch a glimpse of her? How she twice waved to her adoring public before being escorted across that famous Wimbledon bridge. This wasn't just a royal appearance. This was a moment of connection, of strength, of quiet determination that speaks volumes about the kind of future queen she will be. I have to say, watching Catherine navigate her cancer journey has been both heartbreaking and inspiring. This was only her third public appearance since revealing her diagnosis, and you could feel the emotion rippling through the crowd as she stood there, taking in the thunderous applause. Unlike her usual arrivals where she quietly walks down and takes her seat, this time she paused, stood tall, and absorbed the moment. It was special. It was powerful. It was Catherine showing us all that while she may be going through the fight of her life, she remains every inch our princess. What struck me most was the genuine mother-daughter bond on display between Catherine and Charlotte. Those weren't rehearsed royal moments. They were authentic family interactions filled with whispers, giggles, and those small shared glances that say more than words ever could. At one point, Charlotte, fresh from a short break, literally skipped back to her seat laughing brightly, leaned into her mother and whispered something that sent them both into gentle giggles. If that doesn't warm your heart, I don't know what will. Now let's consider the stark contrast here, shall we? While Catherine is battling cancer with dignity and grace, still finding time to fulfill her royal duties when her health permits, still putting the institution and the people first, what are Harry and Meghan doing? Giving more interviews complaining about how hard their privileged lives are, planning their next Netflix documentary. Searching for more royal connections to exploit for profit? The difference couldn't be more stark. One woman faces a life-threatening illness and still shows up, still smiles, still serves. The other fled her royal responsibilities at the first sign of difficulty, trashed the family that welcomed her, and now sits in her Montecito mansion playing victim while actually contributing very little to the world. I know which woman I admire more. Let's talk about the planning that went into this Wimbledon appearance, because it says so much about Catherine's approach to her royal role. According to insiders, weeks of careful consideration went into this appearance, but the final decision to attend was left until the last moment, depending entirely on whether Catherine felt strong enough on the day. That's how seriously she takes her health, but also how seriously she takes her duty. She doesn't make promises she can't keep. She doesn't seek attention for attention's sake. She simply shows up when she can and gives her all. This is particularly significant, given that Catherine recently made the difficult decision to cancel her appearance at Royal Ascot. Without any detailed statement from Kensington Palace, this sparked understandable concern for King Charles and Prince William, a worrying signal that the princess is still navigating a tough recovery path and may yet be fully prepared to resume her full complement of royal responsibilities. But rather than disappearing completely or using her health as an excuse to abandon her duties, looking at certain California residents here, Catherine picks her moments carefully. She shows up when she can, she rests when she needs to, and she handles it all with a quiet dignity that's becoming increasingly rare in our celebrity-obsessed world. Charlotte's presence yesterday added another beautiful dimension to the appearance. This wasn't her first time at Wimbledon. Just last year, she joined her brother Prince George to watch Carlos Alcaraz triumph in the men's final. But yesterday, she beamed with a different kind of pride. Pride for her mother. Sitting between Catherine and her Aunt Pippa Middleton, Charlotte looked fully immersed in the experience, creating a visual representation of the strong women in the Middleton family supporting each other through thick and thin. Throughout the match, Catherine lovingly guided Charlotte, pointing out well-known figures in the audience, explaining the game, engaging her daughter with affectionate ease. It was a masterclass in motherhood, showing that even while dealing with her own health battles, Catherine remains fully present for her children, creating memories they'll cherish forever. This is real parenting, my friends, not the performative version we so often see from certain ex-royals who claim to want privacy for their children while simultaneously using them as props when it suits their PR narrative. Catherine and William have consistently shown what thoughtful, protective parenting looks like, giving their children a sense of their future roles while still allowing them the childhood they deserve. Behind palace walls, there's clearly an understanding that Princess Catherine is taking her recovery seriously, as she absolutely should. Sources suggest she is prioritizing her well-being above all else, a decision that sends a powerful reminder to the royal institution that even future queens must slow down to heal. As a mother of three, wife to the future king, and a beloved royal figure, her choices resonate deeply with both King Charles and Prince William. Despite her health challenges, the Princess of Wales has observed a busier year than many were expecting, with more than 20 official engagements so far. Most recently, she accompanied the royal family at the Garter Day procession at Windsor Castle and Trooping the Colour. Just last week, on June 25th, Catherine and William received Melinda French Gates at Windsor Castle, according to the court circular, the British royal family's official record of previous engagements. This is what duty looks like, my friends. This is what it means to be royal. Showing up even when it's difficult, putting the needs of the institution and the nation above your own comfort, finding strength in service rather than using your position solely for personal gain. Catherine understands this deeply, as do William, King Charles, and Queen Camilla. It's a lesson that seems completely lost on Harry and Meghan. I can just imagine Meghan watching the footage from Wimbledon, seething with jealousy as Catherine received that thunderous applause, as the cameras captured those genuine mother-daughter moments, as the world once again fell in love with our brave princess. Because despite all her attempts to paint herself as the victim, despite all her efforts to portray the royal family as cold and uncaring, Meghan has failed to achieve the one thing Catherine has in abundance: genuine public affection based on authentic service rather than self-promotion. Let's remember that Catherine didn't marry into the royal family for fame or status. She met William at university, built a relationship over many years, and entered royal life with her eyes wide open, fully understanding the responsibilities that came with the role. She took her time to learn the ropes, to understand the institution, to find her place within it. She didn't expect to revolutionize the monarchy overnight, or to be treated differently from other royal spouses who came before her. Meghan, by contrast, seemed to view the royal family as a platform for building her personal brand, a stepping stone to global fame, rather than an institution of service. When she discovered that being royal meant putting duty before self, meant following protocols and traditions that have evolved over centuries, meant sometimes taking a back seat to more senior royals, well, we all know what happened next. The accusations, the Oprah interview, the Netflix deal, the constant attempts to monetize the royal connection while simultaneously trashing the institution. What yesterday's Wimbledon appearance showed us is that quiet strength is far more powerful than loud complaints. Catherine didn't need to give interviews about her cancer journey or seek sympathy through carefully crafted PR statements. She simply showed up, did her duty, and in doing so, earned more respect and admiration than any amount of Netflix documentaries or Oprah interviews could ever achieve. As the match unfolded and tension mounted on court, both Princess Charlotte and, on other days, Prince George were seen jumping and cheering with joy, their excitement infectious and unrestrained. In those shared looks between mother and children, the crowd saw something universal: the bond that lifts families through hard times, the joy of reunion, and the beauty of presence. These are the moments that make the monarchy relatable, that connect the royal family to the people they serve. Not manufactured drama, not tell-all books, not complaints about privilege, just genuine human connection. For many fans watching live or on TV, seeing Catherine again, especially smiling, standing tall, and enjoying the moment, was nothing short of uplifting. In these challenging times when the world seems filled with division and difficulty, Catherine's presence at Wimbledon offered a moment of unity and hope. It reminded us that even in our darkest hours, there can be light, joy, and connection. I think about the example Catherine is setting for her children through this health battle. She's showing them that strength doesn't mean never struggling. It means facing your struggles with dignity and grace. She's teaching that duty doesn't disappear when times get tough. If anything, it becomes even more important. She's demonstrating that true royalty isn't about tiaras and palaces. It's about service, resilience, and putting others before yourself. Compare this to the example Harry and Meghan are setting for their children, Archie and Lilibet. What are they learning from their parents' behavior? That when things get difficult, you run away? That family conflicts should be aired publicly for profit? That victimhood is more valuable than accountability? It's tragic, really, especially when you consider what a wonderful Uncle Harry once was to George, Charlotte, and Louis. Those children are missing out on relationships with their cousins because of their parents' choices. Last Friday, Catherine released a personal message in support of Children's Hospice Week, showing once again that even during her own health battle, she continues to think of others in need. Meanwhile, the Prince of Wales attended a panel discussion at the Leading with Impact event to mark London Climate Action Week. The heir to the throne also held an investiture at Windsor Castle earlier in the morning. This is a couple that understands their roles and fulfills them without complaint, without drama, without seeking constant validation and attention. Their meeting with Melinda French Gates took place near the couple's residence at Adelaide Cottage in Windsor, where they live with their 3 children. It marks Catherine's quiet return to royal responsibilities as she continues to recover from cancer treatment. The key word here is quiet. Catherine isn't making a big show of her gradual return to work, isn't demanding praise or special treatment. She's simply doing what she can, when she can, with the dignity and discretion that has characterized her entire royal career. I believe this is why the public has taken Catherine so deeply into their hearts. In an age of performative everything, performative activism, performative relationships, performative emotions, Catherine remains refreshingly authentic. Her joy looks real because it is real. Her concern for others feels genuine because it is genuine. Her commitment to her role comes across as sincere because it is sincere. No PR team can manufacture that kind of authenticity. It comes from within. As Catherine continues her cancer treatment, our thoughts and prayers remain with her and the entire Wales family. The road ahead may not be easy, but if yesterday's appearance at Wimbledon showed us anything, it's that our princess has the strength, the support, and the spirit to face whatever comes her way. And she'll do it not with complaints or self-pity, but with the grace and dignity that has defined her royal journey from the beginning. Her presence at the tennis championship sends a powerful message to anyone facing health challenges, that while illness may change your life, it doesn't define you. That while treatment may limit your activities, it doesn't diminish your spirit. That while cancer is part of your story, it isn't the whole story. Catherine isn't just surviving her cancer journey. In many ways, she's showing us all how to thrive despite adversity. I can't help but wonder if Harry ever watches these moments and feels a pang of regret for what he's left behind. Does he see his sister-in-law's courage and think about the family bonds he sacrificed? Does he witness the public's genuine love for Catherine and William and question his own choices? Or is he too far gone, too embedded in the narrative he and Meghan have constructed to recognize the truth? Whatever the case, yesterday belonged to Catherine and Charlotte, to their joy, their connection, their shared love of tennis, and to the beautiful example they set for women and girls everywhere. As Wimbledon continues, we'll no doubt see more of the royal family in attendance, perhaps even William joining for the men's final as he often does. But it was Catherine's return that truly made this year's championship special. a moment of triumph that had nothing to do with tennis scores and everything to do with human resilience. For all of us who love and support the working royals, who understand the value of the monarchy and the service it represents, Catherine's Wimbledon appearance was a gift, a reminder of why this institution has endured for centuries and why, despite the challenges it faces, it continues to hold a special place in our hearts and in our national identity. So here's to you, Catherine, our brave, beautiful princess, who shows us all what true royal dignity looks like. May your recovery continue. May your joy increase, and may you know just how deeply you are loved and admired by people around the world. You are the future of our monarchy, and watching you yesterday, I've never been more confident that the future is in the very best of hands. What did you think of Catherine and Charlotte's appearance at Wimbledon? Were you as moved as I was to see our princess looking so well despite her ongoing treatment? And what about that mother-daughter bond? Isn't it just the most beautiful thing to witness? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow royal enthusiasts who appreciate the genuine service and dignity our working royals display every day. Until next time, God save the King and our wonderful royal family. Bye for now.